So it raises up and lifts off and then takes off into the night sky. Today's episode of Nite Terrors is another doubleheader. Both of these involve UFOs in a small southwest Oklahoma town during the same year. So the first one comes to us from Sean. And Sean, he was about 16 years old. He had just gotten his license, and he was parked south of town using the payphone to talk to his girlfriend because at the time, that's what you had to do. Now, Southwest Oklahoma is a very flat, desolate area. So pretty much you can see for miles and miles across the landscape. So as Sean is on the phone talking to his girlfriend, he's looking to the south. He's looking across a field at the ag barn. Now, the ag barn, if you looked at it from this location, it was just a row of lights. And, you could clearly make out, that was the ag barn, and over here is the grain bin, and you can see everything from this location. Now, as he's talking to her, he watches in horror as the row of lights, that is the ag barn, lifts into the sky. So it raises up and lifts off and then takes off into the night sky as he's watching. Now he's, just freaking out at this point, and he's watching it fly off, and he's trying to see where it went until it just disappears into the night sky. And when he looks back towards the ag barn, the row of lights is still there of the original ag barn. Now, this was circa 1999. The next story comes from yours truly. This was also circa 1999. I also lived in the same geographic area, probably about 15 to 20 miles north of where this happened. And I was outside with my best friend and my little sister, and we were playing on the trampoline. So when I was younger, on warm summer nights, we would sleep out on the trampoline. We would kind of camp out on the trampoline. That's what we were doing this night. We were having a sleepover on the trampoline. So we were out there playing, and we were playing this game. I remember we called it Blind Man's Bluff, which I don't know if any of you ever played that when you were little. I think this was our own variation where one person would sit on the edge of the trampoline and cover their eyes, and they would do this, and then the other two would run back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until the person stopped on somebody, and then they had to be it. So we're playing this, we're having a great time. I couldn't even tell you what time of night it was, but it was very dark. There was barely any light. There was enough light to see a little bit of the trampoline, but it was not a full moon or anything. So as we're playing, we notice that the trampoline goes dark and we can't see where we're about to step. And we all stop and look up, and all of a sudden we notice that there is an aircraft above us, or what we thought to be an aircraft. Now, that's another thing about Southwest Oklahoma in this area. The aircrafts, it's right next to an Air Force base. So there's aircraft flying all day, and they fly pretty low, and they look pretty big when they're that low. However, this aircraft made no noise at first. It seemed like it stopped above us. It was not making any noise. I couldn't see the end of either side of it, but I could see lights underneath. And then all of a sudden, it was like this roaring sound, like turbo engines. And we all looked at each other and we ran and jumped off the trampoline, ran across my yard, which was full of goat head stickers, and we did not even care. We ran, and as we were running, we just knew something bad was going to happen. We were so terrified. Utter terror at that point. And we ran inside and looked out the window, and we couldn't see anything. And it just took off. It just disappeared as we were running, and we rounded the corner to the house. It was gone that fast. To this day, I still don't know what that was. Could it have been an airplane? Possibly so. My friend at the time, her dad was a pilot. She had been around aircraft her entire life. She didn't know what it was. Um, and then the thing at the ag barn. This was the same time period, same geographic area. And to this day, I don't know what it was, but I know that it changed me. So, what do you think they were? Drop a comment down below and let me know. And don't forget to like and subscribe. That's all I have for you this time. Stay safe, be kind, and I'll see y'all next time. Thank you for listening to Nite Terrors. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that like button and drop a comment below. And don't forget to click the link in the description to send in your encounter story to be featured on an episode of Nite Terrors. Also, you can see what else is going on in the Night Callers world. Thank you, everybody.